Greetings, viewers. Step back into the dramatic 7th century, where a single secret weapon saved the entire Christian world. A vast ocean aggressively burns with emerald fire. Water cannot stop the blaze. It makes the flames grow stronger. This is no dark magic. It is Greek fire, a legendary chemical weapon that completely vanquished the Arab fleet. Crafted by a lone refugee, this brilliant invention kept the Byzantine Empire alive for centuries. How did this ancient liquid fire truly work? And why did its sacred formula vanish forever from the pages of history? The year is 674. A dark storm gathers over the deep waters of the Bosphorus Strait. The unstoppable forces of the Umayyad Caliphate have overtaken the entire Middle East. Now their massive wooden warships completely block the sea, aiming straight for the beating heart of the Christian world. Constantinople, capital of the Byzantine Empire, stands as the final surviving fortress. If these towering stone walls fall, the history of Western civilization will be completely rewritten. Emperor Constantine IV stands high upon the stone ramparts, staring at the massive enemy fleet below. The Byzantine defenders are heavily outnumbered, exhausted, and clinging to their final fading hope. According to historical records, over 1,000 Arab vessels filled the horizon like a dark plague. The Arab commander stands proudly upon his massive ship, closely watching the desperate Romans trapped inside. The invaders are confident. They possess overwhelming numbers and a fierce hunger for ultimate victory. The mighty Umayyad Empire has vanquished every rival it faced across the burning desert sands. For the Byzantine defenders, a tragic fate seems inevitable as the relentless siege begins. Day after day, heavy wooden catapults hurl deadly rocks, smashing against the giant stone fortifications. Yet the great Theodosian walls hold firm against the land assault, protecting the terrified citizens. However, the true mortal danger comes from the sea, where the Byzantine navy is too weak to survive the brutal fight. Starvation and disease creep into the majestic capital, draining the life from the exhausted defenders. Bitter, cold ocean winds howl through the high stone towers, carrying the terrifying chants of the massive Arab army. Every morning reveals more enemy sails on the dark horizon, tightening the deadly noose around the city. The once proud Roman Empire of the East is now pushed to the edge of the dark abyss, facing absolute extinction. Brave soldiers on the stone walls grip their rusted weapons tightly, praying for a grand divine miracle to save their home. Without control of the dark Bosphorus waters, the mighty capital cannot receive any vital food supplies. The Arab fleet maneuvers aggressively, preparing for a devastating naval strike to end the brutal war. They wait patiently for the bitter, freezing winter to pass by, resting their weary troops on the nearby coastal islands. When the warm spring winds return once more, the massive naval assault against the weary city will finally begin. Despair blankets the golden palaces. Even the bravest generals whisper about an inevitable surrender. Emperor Constantine IV must choose. Does he surrender to save his people, or fight until the bitter end? Deep silence falls over the sea, as both empires brace for the most catastrophic battle in human history. The fate of two civilizations balances on a razor edge, waiting for a single fateful spark to ignite. Many long years pass in a grueling stalemate. The fierce Umayyad warriors launch relentless attacks from their ships. Brave Byzantine sailors, their exhausted faces smeared with dirt, try desperately to defend their cracked wooden decks. The heavy iron armor of the defenders is rusted and broken, offering no protection from enemy arrows. Arab soldiers, full of vibrant energy and absolute confidence, swarm the waters with deadly precision. They swiftly raised their heavy iron spears and wooden bows, screaming terrible war cries across the freezing ocean waves. Historical texts describe the Byzantine morale as shattered, their weary spirits broken by endless defeats. The dark sea is stained with crimson and floating debris. Every clash ends in disaster for the weary Romans. Arab galleons tower over the tiny Byzantine dromons, destroying them in fierce naval combat. Just imagine standing on those crumbling stone walls, watching your final line of defense slowly sink into the abyss. If you were in their desperate position, would you continue a hopeless fight or surrender your mighty city? Tell us in the comments below what choice you would simply make when facing such a terrifying, unstoppable force. Inside the Grand Imperial Palace, Emperor Constantine paces nervously through the dark marble halls. He desperately searches ancient archives for any forgotten military tactic that might save his dying empire. Traditional weapons are utterly useless against the massive floating wooden fortresses of the enemy fleet. The Byzantines need a miracle. They need a terrifying force of nature that can burn upon the open water. In the absolute darkest hour of the year 678, a strange man arrives at the Grand Palace gates. His name is Kallinikos. He is a brilliant Jewish refugee who fled from the war-torn lands of Syria. He wears a dusty linen cloak, his face truly weathered by the harsh desert sun and bitter tragedies. In his trembling hands, he tightly clutches a weathered parchment scroll, holding an unimaginable secret. This is not a religious prayer. It is a highly advanced and incredibly deadly chemical formula. Kallinikos demands an audience with the emperor to offer his terrifying invention.
The key to our survival. I must be heard.
Gods are suspicious of this ragged stranger, but Constantine will try absolutely anything to survive. Inside the dim, candlelit chamber, the brilliant Syrian engineer reveals the power of his creation. Modern historians believe the deadly mixture contained quicklime, sulfur, and thick, liquid petroleum. The emperor is entirely mesmerized by the brilliant scientific fanaticism burning in the refugee's eyes. Secret imperial workshops are immediately established. Master blacksmiths frantically forge heavy bronze tubes. These pressure siphons are meticulously mounted on the bows of the fastest Byzantine wooden war galleys. The dark liquid is carefully loaded into pressurized tanks, ready to be unleashed upon the enemy fleet. The historic morning arrives. The Arab fleet sails forward, expecting another easy and brutal victory. But this time, the tiny Byzantine dromons do not retreat. They row aggressively toward the galleons. The Arab commander laughs proudly from his tall wooden deck, drawing his curved scimitar for the fatal strike. Suddenly, the bronze lion heads on the Byzantine ships roar to life with a deafening mechanical hiss. A thick, pressurized stream of dark liquid shoots violently across the water, hitting the massive enemy hulls. A single spark ignites the fluid. Instantly, the sea erupts into a blinding inferno of green and orange. The flames stubbornly stick to the wooden ships, burning with an unnatural heat that melts solid iron down. Panicked Arab sailors scream in horror as the liquid fire splashes onto their faces and heavy chainmail armor. In a desperate panic, the burning soldiers dive into the freezing ocean, hoping the water will save them. But a terrifying truth is revealed. The demonic Greek fire continues to burn violently upon the waves. Pouring water on the mysterious chemical only feeds the reaction, making the green flames spread faster. The proud Arab commander raises his arms in sheer terror, his arrogant face illuminated by the blaze. His massive wooden fleet, once considered invincible, is now quickly reduced to sinking piles of black ash. Thick black smoke completely blocks out the morning sun. casting a dark, apocalyptic shadow over the ocean.
Kallinikos watches silently from the tall command deck, clutching his scroll as his brilliant weapon destroys.
The deafening roar of the mystical fire mixes with the agonized screams of thousands of dying warriors. This single, terrifying battle completely breaks the Arab siege, saving the great Christian capital from ruin. It is a massive turning point. Chemistry and human ingenuity have defeated overwhelming military might. The deadly secret of Greek fire has fundamentally changed the brutal rules of naval warfare forever. The once proud Arab fleet is now just scattered debris, floating silently on the dark, crimson ocean waves. Charred wooden hulls and completely broken masts drift aimlessly, carrying the red embers of a bitter defeat. The glorious city cheers as the deadly siege is finally broken. The Empire has survived this bitter storm. This horrifying weapon would easily defend the Byzantine borders for many centuries to come. Whenever a foreign invasion threatened the magnificent capital, the terrifying fire was unleashed. But the Byzantine rulers knew that if this secret fell into enemy hands, all would be simply lost forever. Deep inside a dark, candlelit room, Emperor Constantine strictly seals the priceless parchment with thick red wax. To protect the formula, the incredibly complex manufacturing process was divided into small parts. No single engineer or noble worker was ever allowed to know the complete recipe for the green flames. As for the brilliant inventor Kallinikos, his mysterious figure slowly fades into the dark shadows. History barely remembers him, simply leaving a brilliant ghost who managed to save an entire empire. Enemy spies desperately tried to steal the legendary fluid, searching the old majestic capital. Even when the fierce Arabs captured a working bronze siphon tube, they completely lacked the secret knowledge to use it. However, as centuries slowly passed, the once glorious Byzantine Empire began to decline and crumble. During the Bitter Crusade of 1204, the once majestic Roman capital was brutally conquered. The heavily guarded and secretive system used to create the powerful weapon quickly fell apart. Without the highly skilled workers and exact materials, the terrifying green fire simply ceased to exist. When the Ottoman Turks finally breached the massive walls in 1453, the legendary weapon was a mere myth. Even today, modern scientists and military experts cannot recreate the original recipe. It is the brutal napalm of the ancient world, a dark testament to brilliant human scientific intellect. But the legacy of this terrible chemical goes beyond the burnt ships and the massive Arab casualties. It truly altered the fragile balance of global power, fully shielding Europe from early Islamic domination. If the Grand City fell in the 7th century, the brilliant Renaissance might never have truly taken place at all. This invention bought the Roman Empire nearly 800 more years of vital historical preservation. Yet the deep paranoia of the emperors ultimately doomed this grand knowledge to complete oblivion. In their desperate quest to protect the state, they completely erased a wondrous scientific marvel. Gazing out at the dark sea, we can still imagine the terrifying heat of the ancient, roaring flames. Silent ghosts of those massive wooden ships still haunt the deep ocean, holding the ashes of a great, mighty empire. Kallinikos, the desperate refugee, achieved what entire legions of heavily armed soldiers could not do. He proved that sharp human intellect and chemistry can conquer even the most impossible military odds. The truly tragic paradox of Greek fire provides a profound lesson for our modern society today. The absolute greatest weapons we build to protect our nations are often the very things that quickly fade away. We deeply admire the genius of the ancients, yet we must forever mourn the massive loss of their hidden knowledge. In the very end, the fierce green flames of the mighty Roman Empire continue to burn brightly in our memory. It simply serves as a haunting reminder that ultimate true power lies not just in weapons, but in brilliant minds. The dark ashes have long settled, and the majestic wooden warships have completely returned back to ocean dust. Yet the magnificent epic tale of Kallinikos and his deadly Greek fire will simply never be forgotten. Rulers guarded this weapon so fiercely that it died with them. Was this secrecy a wise historical choice, or did we lose a grand scientific marvel that could have changed the world? Tell us your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey into the past, please like, share, and subscribe for more epic historical documentaries.